Thank you guys for attending this event. Uh, Welcome you all once again for Veritas DLO event. And Madan will be the presenter for today's session. And Madan, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Kari. Uh, Thank you, guys. Thanks being part of this session. This will be very unique and very insightful session for all of you to understand the Veritas very unique solution for desktop and laptops, level back and restore. Uh, so we are going to talk about the very latest edition which is released. That is 9.3.3. That is the latest version. Um, I hope you can understand about Veritas. I think Wangui you also part of the session. Wangui, you are part of the session. I I think Wangui is connected. Hi,
Hello.
Wangui. I made you talk. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can. Yes. Good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, fine, Wangui. Yeah, could you please a brief about Veritas? So many of them they can understand about Veritas, but still you can give a little about Veritas. So
Okay.
from Veritas, it will be a better option. You can explain.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the session. Thanks again for your time. So my name is Wangoin Joroga, and I manage the channel for English-speaking Africa, of which Nigeria is one of the countries in that region. And
It's okay.
Yeah, right now, okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
I guess. Thanks, Angri. Thanks, team. Uh, so Veritas is a company. They are pioneer in a backup and restore, or rather, we can say recovery also in some extent. So today, it's a very crucial technology which is needed for desktops and laptop protection. So in Veritas, we have a product called Veritas Desktop and Laptop. So from beginning, it was a part of Backup Exec. It was a SMB backup product for data center. So earlier it was part of the solution. Now it became a separate product. So still they are maintained as a desktop and laptop option. Okay. So it's a quick introduction about a desktop and laptop option. So it's an automated file backup and recovery for data stored on Windows and Mac desktops and laptops. So this is very specialized solution for Windows and Mac desktops and laptops. So whatever the folders, files you have as a data, you can take the backup to the centralized location in a corporate environment. So in DLO, you can create a customer profile. So based on the VIP customers, finance related customers, sales related customers, you can create customer profile, separate a customer profile to protect individually. Okay, you can create a different priorities and upgrade option or backup option, bandwidth throttling, everything you can give based on the customer profiles. So user-centric endpoint backup and restore product. It's a specifically user-centric. Okay. So you have 100 users. They are using 100 laptops. So you can create multiple customer profiles, customer groups. So based on that, you can give the priorities to take the backup. That's why we said user-centric endpoint backup and recovery product or restore product. So which is highly or tightly integrate with your AD environment. So because mainly we are using for Windows and Mac environment. That's why this product is tightly integrating with Active Directory, okay, for user protection and user profile creation. So both SMB and enterprise scale. So even it can be used for 5 users, 10 users environment also, 500 user environment, as well as for hundreds of thousand environment. So that's why we mentioned this is suitable for both SMB and enterprise level. So completes the BNR story for the organization. So you can understand that everybody used to talk about only the data center level backup. Servers, applications, databases, normally we used to take the backup and we protect the data on another disk or on another tape. So this is a backup strategy in any other organization. But which one is the 360 degree of the protection for an organization is whenever you are protecting your endpoints also. So endpoints also carries very critical important data. So that's why we are giving protection for both data center plus desktops and laptops. That means endpoints. So now the picture explains that. So BE and NBU from Veritas, which is providing the protection for organizations to protect their entire data center, or rather you can say servers, applications, and databases on their data. And then DLO, which is protection for endpoints. So that's why we said, so we are giving the complete 360 degree of protection in an organization. So here you can see DLO completes the backup and recovery portfolio. So protect your endpoints now. So this is the challenge currently we are facing across the world. Rise in ransomware. You can see that how much which is happening on ransomware attacks worldwide in 2016. We have taken from the old data, which is 167 times the number of attacks in 2015. So 59% infections are due to emails with malicious links and attachments. You can see that the maximum of business is happening through email communication. So the ransomware attacks also, the infections also happening through emails. Percentage is maximum. So it is nearly 59% of ransomware infections are happening through emails. See, by 2019, successful ransomware attacks will double in frequency year by year, up to 2 to 3 million in 2016 if you compare from. Okay. And ransomware is now a 1 billion per year business and more now. So ransomware damages 5 billion by 2017. So again, we are comparing with the old data. So the yet to come. So $100 to $10,000 ransoms range per user. So do you know the meaning of ransomware? Okay, let me explain that. So ransomware is nothing but some hacking community. They will get into your corporate network, or they will get into your corporate laptops or desktops, and then they will encrypt your data. So even you cannot access as a user, even you cannot access your own data. So if you want to have your data back, so you need to pay a ransom to the hacking community. So that value differs between 200, 100, even 10,000 per user data size. Okay, so based on per user, sometime per user data size, sometime per TB data size kind of. So they used to demand. So you need to pay that amount. So once you pay that amount, then they will give the code to decrypt your data and you can use it. That means you are losing your control over your data. So in that scenario, you need to protect your system. Also, you need to take the backup of your data to somewhere else. That means in corporate network. Hmm. So $1.8 million per year cost to an organization of 10K employees due to laptop PC data loss. So if any organization has 10,000 of employees, they are practically they are losing 1.8 million per year related issues. So paying the ransomware ransom does not always work. Attackers may not send a decryption key, could poorly implement the decryption process and damage files, and may demand a large ransom after receiving initial payment. So they are saying even though you are ready to pay money or you are paying the money. So sometimes the attackers may not send the decryption key to decrypt your data to use it again. And also, sometimes if you get the key decryption keys, so it may not work on your environment, or you may not able to implement properly to retrieve your data. That's a challenge across. And so you need to protect your data in any moment. You may not know whether your system is protected or not. Your corporate network may get protected, but your corporate desktops and laptops may not get protected. Even you may not understand. You may get connected in somewhere outside in public places. So those areas has uh, block holes into your systems. So you need to be very careful to protect your desktops and laptops. So nowadays, almost all the desktops and laptops are carrying nearly 60 to 70% of business data. It's very important to protect your desktops and laptops. So 1 in 5 business that paid ransom never got their files back. Yeah, even we have seen some customers here. So their entire, even some 40, 50, nearly 40 to 50 systems got affected, even in our Africa region. So we try to recover their systems, but still they don't have any backup. Also, they are not ready to pay the money. It's nearly $200,000 they're supposed to pay for to retrieve the data. So it's a pharma company, some very reputed pharma company here. Even they struggle a lot to retrieve their data or recover their business back to normal. It took nearly some 3 to 4 weeks last year. So it's a challenge in ransomware. So you need to protect your desktop and laptops. It's very critical for the business. So endpoint backups are a must-have for organizations. That's why we are recommending to go for this solution. Our solution, how it can protect. Okay, so mainly for ransomware kind of attacks. So ransomware, two phases to protection. So phase one, preparedness before the attack. And the second one is recoverability in case of an attack. So preparedness before the attack. So that's very simple. So organization need, we will see what organization needs. So tailor fit the backup policy for ransomware scenarios. See, something goes wrong, you are imagining something may go wrong. So you need to put a plan in place, and you need to take all the backup of your data backup laptops and desktops to the central location of corporate network. So normally corporate network is better protection than the laptops and desktops. Normally we are providing, right? So the customers may have the better protection on firewall, encryption solutions, their own encryption solutions, their own two-factor authentication kind of on data center. So what we need to do, we need to protect the entire data on corporate network environment. So then maintain RPO of seconds or minutes or hours. So RPO is nothing but recovery point objective. So recovery point objective is in the event of the ransomware attack. So how much data loss we can make actually. So for example, noon, 12 o'clock, some attack happened. Before that, how much data we can lose. So we may have the backup solution in place if it is taking every 12 hours or every 24 hours kind of backup. So the previous day you have taken the backup at night or 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, whatever the time. The next day you are taking the backup the same day, same time at night. So in the middle something happens. So that means nearly 12 hours of data you are going to lose. So that's the meaning of RPO, how we will define. Okay, so how much data loss we can afford. So in the event of failure by 12 noon, uh, you've taken the backup in real time, it may be the difference between 2 minutes or 3 minutes between the backup time and the attack time. So the RPO will be like 2 minutes. So in maximum, almost in real time, you are taking the backup. So this is the preparedness for the attack, how you are taking. So control the file types that are being backed up. So it's mainly for what kind of files you want to take the backup. So you want to take the backup, anything, everything from your desktops and laptops. You want to take only Excel, only Word. You can put a control on the file types. So you can choose the files to take the backup in real time automatically. Okay. So no need to take movie files, no need to take audio files for backup every time. So no need to dump on your enterprise storage. So maintain multiple backup copies to restore from. So based on the backup in time, so you can create a multiple snapshots kind of copy, so multiple version of data. So whenever you want to recover back, you can recover back. So you can select the time, yesterday's data or 1 week back data or 1 month back data. You can select, you can choose, and you can restore back to your desktops and laptops. So in the event of some attacks. So regularly monitor the backup status. So you can obviously you can monitor the backup, whether it is happening successfully or it is skipping any backup files, or all the files are taken backup completely to the actual data size, or the data size is different. The actual data size might be 100 MB, but while taking the backup is 102 MB or only 96 MB. So there is some issues, right? So we can understand, regularly monitor the backup status every time. So DLO capability. So from phase one, we are giving DLO capability as customizable backups. So you can customize based on your scenario, and multiple backup modes. So you can configure the backup policy based on your environment. Okay, so every 4 hours you want to take a backup. Yes, you can set the policy to take the backup every 4 hours. Or in real time, whatever the data is getting created on the desktops and laptops, you want to take the backup immediately. That means automatically. Yes, you can do that in real time backup. So that possibility also there in DLO. So include exclude criteria. That's main point. So you can include some file types. You can like Excel, Word, PDF kind of. You can exclude some files like movie files, image files, audio files kind of. So you can choose the file types, and you can take the. So automatically it will filter while taking the backup, and it will take only the business related data. So revision retention policies, yeah, that's why we said. So you can have multiple version of your data backup. So dashboard reports and alerts, everything which is part of your DLO solution. The DLO manager, we give it the DLO server. On the DLO server, you will get everything. In the single window, you can see everything. What is happening, what is going on, how many systems are taken backup, so how many systems are giving some issues. So you can understand everything from the dashboard, and also you'll get reports and alerts. So alerts is a real-time alerts. Even you can configure the mail. It will send you the mail alerts as a notification, something which is happening, the backup happened successfully, whatever. Reports for future use. Phase two. Now we are getting into phase two, recoverability in case of an attack. Organization need, so empowering end user with restore privileges. So mainly we need to give the option to the end user itself. So something goes wrong on their data, so no need to come to help desk every time. So if I'm a user, I'm taking my laptops or desktop backup to my corporate storage. Okay, but I missed some files. Okay, I lost some files. So no need to go to my help desk every time. So I need to have an option to log in myself, and I need to access my own data. So for that, we are providing the self-service option in DLO. So that's why we are integrating with Active Directory, user-based. So while I'm using my username and password to the self-service portal, I can able to see my own data, all my data, whatever the data I have taken up backup, service portal. So I can select and choose, and I can recover back, or I can restore back to my systems on my own. So that's why you said empowering end user with the restore privileges. So use of bulk users simultaneously, that possibility also there. You can create a group, separate a sales group, help desk group kind of, you can create, and you can allow them to restore back simultaneously. So detailed reporting on the restore jobs, that one also you will get like audit kind of reporting you will get on DLO server. So ability to restore to various locations. So it's not necessary that I need to recover to my existing system only. Okay, currently I'm in new system. I can recover the same data to the new system also. Only thing is you need to have the same username and password. Okay, so then you can access your own data and you can recover back to another system as well. So sometimes the people used to upgrade their systems, laptops and desktops. In that scenario, so this option is a very good option to recover back on various locations. So privileges for exec level data within the organization. So you can create a privileges like CEO of your company or MD of your company, the data backup, or give the priority more to their data. So you can set the different policy groups. So from DLO, these are the capabilities, self restore capabilities, and for restores. So for example, you can give the restore option. So restore reporting, and there are multiple options to various locations, and VIP user privileges. So this is very important features which is needed for ransomware protection. So from DLO 9.1 rollback window, which is part of that. So RPOs of seconds coupled with the day-based revisions. So point in time restore of the backed up data. So rollback restore. So this is rollback window and rollback restore. Starts from DLO 9.1 if you are using. So the current latest version is 9.3.3. So what DLO offers as administrators? So centralized management, so implementation flexibility and administration flexibility. This is the main feature which is offering to the administrators. So centralized management, you will get profile level policies, an administrator dashboard, and automated reports. So in profile level policies, you can create the logical user group for better management like a sales, technical, finance, support team. So you can create different logical user groups. And visual representation of DLO environment, like you have multiple branches. Okay, so for example, you have tens of hundreds of branches across the world. You want to manage everything from a centralized location. Yes, you can manage, and also you will get a visual representation. So this particular branch from Chicago, this particular branch from Washington, this is from London, this is from Kenya, this is from Nigeria, kind of. So you will get a visual representation on your centralized management. So detailed view of backup status and more. So that's automated reports. So everything, whatever is happening on your DLO environment, everything will get recorded on the logs, okay, for future use. So Active Directory integration, initially we discussed about the Active Directory integration. It's a tight integration with Active Directory for user level management and security. So leverage AD for ease of deployment. That's why we said any user you are creating, that user is logging in, you can synchronize that Active Directory with the DLO server. Automatically, that user profile will get assigned to the particular user. So once you are creating the new user, so that's why automated user assignments. Also agent upgrade options. So we said multiple ways to upgrade agent from console. You can push the upgrade from Active Directory's GPOs, group policy objects, or you can push the agents from DLO server itself. So automatically the agents will get upgraded to the latest version. So earlier you are using 9.1, currently you want to upgrade to 9.3.3. So no need to go to each and every systems. Automatically you can push the upgrade from your DLO server itself. Administration flexibility. So multi-level administrator, you can have multiple level of administrator privileges. So you can create the routine administrative task like a power user, only reporting admin, full privileged admin. You can create the super admin. You can create multiple level of administrators, backup admin. So they will do only the backup jobs. They will maintain only the backup jobs. So report admin, they will maintain only the reporting jobs. So you can create multiple administrative admins. So multiple backup types, continuous. That's why we said continuous in real time. Whatever the changes are happening in your desktops and laptops, everything will get backed up onto the corporate storage. Okay, that's continuous. And scheduled, based on the schedule every 2 hours. You can configure in two ways actually. So you can every 2 hours you need to take the backup, or every 30 minutes you need to take the backup, or based on the time. So 11 o'clock I need to take the backup, then I need to take the backup on 5 o'clock. In schedule itself you can configure in two ways. And then manual. So manual means simply manually you can take the backup. So whenever you want, that moment you can select and you can take the backup. Customize the backup selections, customizable parameters for most suited backups. So you can customize the backup selection. For selective critical files, you can configure on continuous backup. So selective files you can configure for schedule level backup. So you based on the need of your corporate environment, you can customize your backup jobs and you can take the backup. So what DLO offers to users? So users, it is providing continuous data protection, non-intrusive agent operation. So even the user may not know whether it is taking the backup or not. So whenever the system is idle, at that moment it will take the backup completely. Or in real time, if you are taking a backup, in the background it will take the backup. Even the user may not know or may not see any high level of process capability utilized by this DLO. So since it is taking only the block tracking level backup. So self restore capabilities. This is for the users. So only need to depend on help desk team. So they can just log in and they can view their files, and they can select, and individually they can recover their particular files or particular data. So self-service capability. So open file backups. So that's for real-time backup. That's why we said real-time backup means you are using some Excel file. Okay, so you are changing some data on Excel. So currently you are working on that particular file. Even the open file option will take the backup to the corporate network in real time. That's called open file backups. So that means all your data is protected in real time. So something goes wrong on your laptops or desktops, you can recover from your corporate data storage. So VIP user support, that's why we said it's for VIP users privileges, you said, like CEO, MD, or top level GMs kind of. Based on their privilege user creation, so the backup will work, and it will give the priority. So endpoint migration utility, that's why we said you can redirect your restore to somewhere else also, multiple locations. So for that, we are providing endpoint migration utility, which is part of DLO. So DLO components, there are 3 stages, okay, of components. So DLO server. So normally DLO server will be there on your corporate environment, corporate side. So DLO agent, the DLO agent will run on your desktops or laptops. DLO storage. So DLO storage, that's why we kept it aside. So DLO storage, normally we say, so offline file storage will run on desktops and laptops. In the middle, you can say, and the online storage will run on DLO server side. That means on the corporate server side. So sometimes you are not able to connect to your corporate network. So the data backup will happen locally on your desktops or laptop itself in some other partition or some other volumes. So that something goes wrong on your C or D drive, wherever your operating system which is running, which is getting affected, so you can recover your data from the other storage on your same desktops or laptops. This is called it as offline file storage. Okay, once you are getting connected to your corporate network, automatically the offline file storage will synchronize with the online file storage, which is there on your corporate storage. Okay, that's why we kept DLO components are 3 components: DLO server, DLO agent, and DLO storage. So on DLO server, you will get administration server, administration console, and then maintenance server, so dedupe server, so database, and IO server, edge server. Okay, so the IO and edge servers are the new addition actually. Okay, so edge is mainly for backup over internet. Okay, you are outside of your corporate network, you are not able to connect to your corporate network in any moment. You have only internet connection. That moment, if you want to take the backup to your corporate network, yes, you can do that through edge server. You need to configure edge server on your corporate environment on the perimeter, and your DLO agent will get connected to your DLO server to take the backup over internet. Okay, so no VPN, no other SSL, nothing is required. So protection through your AD level protection. So DLO implementation architecture. So we are not going very deep in technical on this presentation. We are just showing how it will work. So what basis it will work. Okay. So simple, it's very simple and cost effective architecture. The customer has main office. They can configure a DLO server in any one of their servers. Okay. So the same server will carry administration server, DLO database, maintenance server. So all in one. Okay. So everything will be in one server. And then storage location can be separate storage location. So normally we are supporting all the storage locations. It can be NAS, it can be SAN, it can be local storage on the server. So we are supporting everything. And then DLO agents. This is desktops and laptops. So DLO server, then DLO storage, and then DLO agents. This is a simple and cost-effective architecture. So if you want to have multiple storage locations, DLO server is only one, and DLO agents are only one, desktops and laptops. But you want to have multiple storage location. Okay, for a specific data, you want to use a specific storage. For another data model, you want to use another data storage. Yes, you can use it. So which is supported in DLO server. So DLO server, DLO agent, storage, DLO storage, the license, everything which is part of one single license component. Okay, no need to buy any DLO server separately. No need to buy any DLO agent separately. Once you buy DLO license, one single license, you will get everything. Okay, but whatever the hardware, everything the customer has from their existing hardware. So remote office, it can be configured for remote office as well. So DLO server is only one on the corporate office. So from there you can control remaining remote offices. You can see that. So remaining all dedupe server, maintenance server, and storage location on remote offices. There is no DLO server on remote office. So all the control, everything, the metadata, everything will be in DLO server itself. Okay. So you have multiple branches, multiple remote offices. You can do the same thing for all their branches. DLO server, the main server is only one. For the backup, everything will happen locally on their remote offices, but the metadata will come to the DLO server for the whole control. Okay, the backup policy, everything will triggered from a DLO server. So even you can take it from internet. That's why we said DLO agents. You are on the road. We are showing that. So you are on the road. You have only internet connection, but still you want to protect your data to the corporate data storage. Yes, you can do that. That's called it backup over internet. So for that you need to enable edge server on the perimeter of your corporate. So you can see that edge server and IO server. IO server is nothing but input output server across. So here we mentioned roaming users backup. In the left hand side you can see, and now remote office roaming users. On remote office also you may have the roaming users. For example, the main office is US. Okay, so in US you are running DLO server, the main DLO server. But the remote office one is London, remote office two is Nigeria. So Nigeria, you have some 50 users locally. You want to take the backup locally to the local storage on at Nigeria. The backup component, backup policy will come from DLO server from US, but the backup will happen locally on to Nigeria. And also they are on road. The roaming users, they are there in Nigeria as well. So their backup also will happen locally on their storage location. See here you can have one more IO server to protect. So everything is bidirectional communication. You can configure in bidirectional communication, which is supported in DLO. Guys, the license is only one DLO license. So it is 10 user pack or 100 user pack. We have two license components. If any of your customer has 50 user, you need to buy 10 user bundle into 5. So total of 50 user license. If any of your customer has 500 user, 100 user bundle into 5. So total of 500 user license. That's it's very simple. They will get all the software components on DLO. Here also you can configure internet and configure the edge server and IO server. You can take backup locally as well as you can take the backup to your corporate network, the main office also. So bandwidth and storage efficient backups. So for this backup, we are providing AES 256 encryption from desktops or laptops to the corporate storage. All the communication which is happening through AES 256 encryption. Okay, the data is encrypted. No one can view your data in between. Everything is encrypted. So the keys, everything is maintained on a DLO server itself. So source side deduplication. So you said you have 100 MB of data at desktops or laptops. So no need to have all the 100 MB data to get backed up on your corporate network. So I think you can understand that the deduplication. Only the unique data will send it to your corporate data storage. That's why we said source side deduplication. Source side is nothing but your desktops and laptop itself. The agent will deduplicate and then it will send only the deduplicated content to your corporate network. That means you are saving your bandwidth. And on storage also you are saving your storage at the corporate storage. So delta file transfer. That's why we said, so whatever the changes are happening even, so we will take a backup only of those changes. So that's why we said changed block tracking. So one particular file you are taking very critical file. So in that critical file, you are changing some particular data. So while taking a backup, it will take only that particular data backup, not the entire file every time. For the first time, it will take the full file, the whole file. So next time onwards, it will take only the change happened on the particular file. Okay, that's why that's a file transfer. CPU and bandwidth throttling. That's why I said you can configure in any given moment how much data can be transmitted to the corporate storage. Okay, and how much CPU can be used for our backup policy, this particular backup policy. Okay. So for example, you don't want to disturb your other applications which is using your bandwidth and CPU utilization. So for backup in real time, if you are configuring in real time backup, you can set the policy as CPU utilization for this backup can be only 10% or 15%. Bandwidth utilization also, the throttling, you can set the throttling. So bandwidth utilization needs to be only 100 KB it can transmit every time, or 200 KB it can transmit every time. So you can set the bandwidth also on the backup part. So .psc and .nsf, this is mainly for Microsoft Outlook and Lotus Notes. So you can migrate or you can take the backup from the desktops and laptops in real time to your corporate storage. So backup acceleration, so again this is involved with source side deduplication and delta file transfer. It is exactly like your WAN acceleration. Okay, it can give the compression, it can give the caching, everything, and it will take only the small footprint of data to the corporate storage. So interruption resistance. Interruption resistance is nothing but while taking the backup, something goes wrong, the network is disconnected or something goes wrong, automatically it will take backup to the local storage. I said offline storage. Offline storage which is there in your desktops and laptop itself. Okay, it can take the backup locally. So whenever it is coming back, the network is coming back. So it will synchronize from where it left. From then, it will synchronize with your corporate storage. Okay. So simply, you are completely protecting your data from your desktops and laptops. Even the customer, even that particular user is losing his laptop. Okay, no problem. You can recover all his laptop data from your corporate storage. That's a main idea. Or something goes wrong. So automatic integrity checker. So whether it is taking the backup, that's why I said the actual data size is 100 MB. Exactly we are taking 100 MB or which is 102 MB or 96 MB. If it is reducing or it is increasing, there is some challenges on your data, right? There is some issue on your data. So it will check that integrity as well. That's part of automatic integrity checker. So Mac agent support. So we said we are supporting Windows and Mac. Both we are supporting. So DLO offers all hygiene capabilities expected from an endpoint backup product. So now we are getting into capabilities and features snapshot. So backup over internet. This part of VPN-less backups for protection on the move. So no need to have any VPN, no license for VPN. So no need to connect every time with the VPN. Nothing is required. So I can configure through Edge. So the backup will happen over internet. No need to worry about that. In real time, it will happen. So admin dashboard. It's a graphical visualization of the DLO environment. So VIP profile privileges. Said different level of privileges you can create. MD, CEO, GM kind of. So offline backup protection when even without network connectivity. That's why we said offline folder or offline storage we are creating on our laptop desktop itself in another partition or another volumes. So high scalability, largest deployment in the field. So it's more than 130,000 endpoints globally. Some companies they are using. It's really large enterprise deployment. It's a proven solution across. So DLO mobile application, so we have iOS and Android apps also for instantaneous access of backed up files. So customer they can install the apps, mobile apps on their mobiles, the smart devices like iOS and Android. So they can log in and they can access their files and they can view, they can restore their files. Okay, no need to get in touch with corporate's help desk team to recover their data every time. So backup status report, one-stop solution for the administration level backup. That's why it said complete report will be there for future use. So automated reporting, so pre-configure report generation and receive it via email. So you can have uh, email notification or email reporting. It will send every 1 week, weekly once. It will send the reporting, automated reporting, or every monthly once. It will send every once. It is sending automated reporting. So you can configure the pre-configured reports to send in. So you can select only the computer name or the user name or the data folder and the backup status, whether it is successful or not, or how much data size it is taken a backup. So you can configure, pre-configure the report generation. So web restore, we said, so restore back files via web browser from anywhere. That's why we said that is part of self-service portal. Okay, you can create the self-service portal and you can populate, you can broadcast. So the users, any of your corporate users, they can log in from any browser and they can give their username and password. They can able to view their own data and then they can select and they can restore back. Audit trail, accountability for the administrator actions. That's why we said it's like an audit kind of report. So who has taken a backup, when they have taken a backup, what they have taken a backup, whether the backup is successful or not, so how much bandwidth they used. So everything will come in. It's like an audit trail report. So user mapping. So tag users to specific machines for backup. That is also you can map it. So you have 100 systems. So you can give the mapping to a particular system. So this computer name need to be tagged to this particular username, user 1. So computer 2 need to map the to user 2. Like that, you can map that user also with the specific machines. So endpoint migration utility for laptop refresh scenarios. That's why we said. So you can restore the backup to other location also. Parallel restore support for bulk restore scenarios. So the admin can initiate that. So he want to recover a specific file to multiple users at the same time. He can select and he can restore on all the users. Okay, particular like a very critical important data he want to restore to all the systems. So he can select particular file and he can select multiple users to get that file. The support for bulk restore scenarios. In reverse. Okay. So you will take a backup, you are taking from only one user, but you want to restore to multiple users. On multiple users folders, the desktops and laptops, they will see this particular file. So customizable notifications, admin can add messages to the end user email notifications. So the end user also will get the notification for their backups. So AD scan for auto user deletion. So automate deletion of users who have quit the organization. So automatically, if you are deleting on AD, okay, that particular user left the organization. So this one will keep the track of that automatically. It will delete the user data also if you want to keep in. So you can configure that policy. If any of that particular user you are deleting from AD, it should the data should get deleted on data storage also, or it will put archive in archive mode to the different storage. So you can create the policy. So rollback window, ransomware preparedness, RPO of seconds, day visions. So and rollback restore, point in time restore of backed up files. So enhance edge support that are backup over internet. So custom reports, admin can create custom reports for better management of endpoints. Okay. So this is part of DLO 9.33. This is all new with in DLO 9.3.3. So enhanced administrator dashboard. New graph admin can view the backup completion percentage for end users during deployment phase. Okay. So latest release is DLO 9.3.3. This is a presentation we received from Veritas. That's why it is mentioned as 60 days in general. This is from the previous one. But currently we are offering 90 days free trial. Okay, in DLO we are offering 90 days free trial. So you can go to veritas.com and then select products and then select desktop laptop option, that is DLO, and you will get an option to download 90 days free trial. Okay, 90 days free trial. So you can download and you can use it with full features. Okay. So I can able to send you the install and configure. Okay, after the session today or tomorrow. So we have some PDF which will explain how to download, how to install the product, how to configure the product use. Okay. So you can go to veritas.com, you can download, even you can use it for your internal usage, your corporate internal usage. We are providing 90 days free trial. So once you are happy, then you can buy the original full edition license and you can just enable the full license keys. Okay, then it will continue to work. So we are providing 90 days free trial. Next administrator dashboard, you will see like this backup percentage. So this many users are completed, 0 to 20%, 21 to 40%, 41 to 60%, like that. Okay. So in right hand side, you can see that you can extract and import the data, and also you can upload the data to your back DLO server. See, you can see that right click extract data option can be imported into CSV format. So who backup, when they have taken a backup, everything directly with our AD Active Directory servers. So Windows 10 based default backup selections. These are the features you will get on the backup window. If you want to select, you can select, or you can add, modify, or delete the new backup folders or files. So you see that backup selection 1. These are default backup selections. So you can see documents, favorites, desktops, downloads, 3D objects, OneDrive, everything will get protected. Or if you want to add some other file types, you can add some other file types, or you can exclude the particular file types. So you can see the restore throttling, how much bandwidth you need to use while restoring, while backing up, how much bandwidth need to use. Everything you can set, you can configure. Okay, you can restrict the bandwidth usage also. So custom installation options. So it will give that option. So you can install everything on a single server, or you can install multiple servers to manage. Okay. So these are the default installation options on 9.3.3. So you can see that by default DLO installs its own instance of SQL Server 2014 Express SP3, which is part of this DLO server itself. No need to get anything separately. If the users are very high, very more rich users like a large enterprise setup, then you need to go for a separate database for to keeping all the metadata on the databases, the configuration files on the databases. So upgrade support. So we are supporting direct upgrade from 9.3.2, 3.1, 9.3, 9.2, 9.1, 9.0 SP1. So if any of your customers are using these versions, directly you can upgrade to 9.3.3. No step up upgrade required. But if the customers are using anything than these versions, any previous versions they are using, like 7.6 or 8.0, 8.0 SP4 kind of, they need to do the step up upgrade. That is, first they need to upgrade to 9.3, then they need to upgrade to 9.3, 3.3. Okay, so it's easy to upgrade anytime on the server level itself. So platform proliferation, application proliferation, we are supporting Mac 10.15, Windows 10 version 1909, so SQL Server 2019. So this one we are supporting. So end of support for, you can see the 2008 SQL Server 2008, Windows 10 version 1511, version 1507. So these things we are not supporting currently, 9.3.3. So remaining all the latest Windows platform, Mac platform, SQL Server for the backend thing we are supporting. Okay. For security reason, we are supporting only the latest upgraded versions. So DLO deployment reference documents, which is available from veritas.com. You can go to content/support/ underscore us.html. You can go to this particular link and you can download all the product reference guides, hardware compatibility list, software compatibility list, storage sizing calculator. If 100 users are there, how much data you are going to take a backup? Each user is 100 MB, for example. So total of like 100 GB, right? 100 users into 100 MB. You are predicting for 100 GB in a real-time backup. So you are taking consideration into annual data growth also. So the storage sizing calculator will give you almost exactly what storage you're supposed to have. So you need to have 200 GB of storage or 400 GB of storage. How much you need to have? Everything you can calculate through storage sizing calculator. So quick links and contact. So this is quick links. You can reach out to our team. So guys, any queries? I believe I given some brief about the DLO component from us. So you can understand anybody is willing to, in the current scenario in the COVID situation, they want to protect their data. Everybody is working from home. So they want to protect their data. They want to keep the data copy in on their corporate storage wherever they are getting connected without any VPN licenses, without any other hurdles. Simply whatever their work they are doing, they want to take the backup copy in corporate storage. So the DLO is the best option to protect their data, and easiest option as well. Okay. So any queries, guys? I hope I'm done with my presentation. Now, so we'll give some time for question and answer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Guys, if you have any questions about DLO, you can please drop questions in Q&A session, so Madan can reply to that.
Yeah, sure. Guys, we have another 5 minutes, guys, for question and answers. So if you have any queries, please let us know. We'll try to explain on your queries. So if you don't have any query currently, you can let us know anytime. You can reach us over mail. So you can reach our team in Nigeria. You can reach us anytime through mail.
I think there is no questions. Can we get record sessions? Yes, we will. We will share with you all the recorders and PPT. Once this event is completed, we will do all this PPT and everything. We'll share to you guys. And there is one more question. Let me
Yeah,
post
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
so that person can
How does
reply.
how does DLO help clients who are working from home and wants to back up data in the cloud? Okay, boss, I think we explained some time back, I think 1 or 2 days back, right, for the same question you asked through Efioma, right, the same question. That's why I explained that. So from DLO, we cannot take a direct backup to cloud. So because of the security reason, so since we are integrating with Active Directory, okay, so first you can take the backup locally on your corporate network. From there, you can run the backup to cloud, any of your preferred or compatible, any third party compatible cloud. So in this scenario, you need to club both. So DLO and backup exec. So DLO will take the backup from desktops to corporate storage. From corporate storage, B will run the data to cloud. Okay, this is a scenario you can the architecture you can configure so that you are protecting both your desktops as well as the corporate data centrally. I hope I answered your question, boss. I think I given the flow of data also on the mail. I think yesterday, day before yesterday, for your query. Yeah. Guys, any other questions?
No, Madan. I think
Okay.
I am not see any questions right now. So, guys, if you have any more questions, you can drop an email to Madan, or you can drop an email to Ifuma and Veritas team, and we will get back to all the answers and presentation material, and we will share the recording of this video in a couple of hours time. Once it is uploaded in our YouTube channel, we will sit across to you guys, and then you can reach out to Madan for any technical issue, technical clarity, or anything. You can reach out to Madan directly. Madan, can you put your email ID here so that participant can see that your email ID and they can reply to you as well.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just typing.
Yeah.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Madan, for putting your email ID. Guys, thank you for joining once again. Thank you for joining for this evening. Thank you, Madan, for doing this wonderful presentation. Thank you. Safe,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Be safe in
Thanks
your
for your
home, yeah.
valuable time. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your valuable time. We'll catch up again in another session with some other technology and some other product. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Madan.